if you want just two phones, for example, one you want the zoom, the activity zoom in, and in the other phone zoom out for make a plan, you can do it.
Oh, I know that. I have 3 screens
Ah, you already know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, because when I was verifying all your tracks, and I gave you guys a 10-second flip rule on the treasure hunt course, I was okay with that. 10 seconds. You had to be in there for 10 seconds. Because I knew that he was doing some weird stuff, and I'm okay with that. Now, if we were to run pure navigation, I'm letting Gaggle deal with it. If we were able to run the tracks, let Gaggle deal with it. Because I have a super tight corridor, and I was going to change the points and make it worth so much that I wanted you guys to risk all of it. Those corridors would have been like 95%. But you would just have to do that one. But then you could come and land and go try it again. I was up for that because it's a super tight corridor, and I wanted wins. I wanted high wins because I wanted to make it super difficult because I know exactly how wide it is and I know it's possible. Because when I designed these at home, my whole town was covered in tracks on the roads. So I knew everything that I could do. I knew how wide it was. I'm like, I can fly this. I could fly this in high winds. I could make this 90-degree turn here. I'm like, this is simple to me.
Yeah, the waypoint feature on Gaggle as well. It was really kind of cool when I discovered it. But you can't delete waypoints.
Yeah.
How?
When you're building a course, you go into the view and you just click on them again.
No, when you're actually in the
Oh, when you're in that.
when you're flying it, you can't. I couldn't figure out.
It would be nice that they would fall off your map board if you hit them. That would be cool.
They fall off when you go through them.
It should then automatically jump to the next waypoint.
Yeah, that would be
Like it's
awesome.
like, okay, you've clearly avoided that on purpose.
Because on the map boards, we're checking them off. We've been there, we've been there, we've been there.
Or if you've decided you don't want to go there,
You can remove it.
Yeah.
or you mistakenly hit the wrong spot.
Yeah. That happened to me twice, and I had waypoints everywhere.
When you put waypoint in the navigation. So you know when you like the yellow line. This will waypoint.
I do know that editing of the course
We started late.
is a technical issue for them. Because we talked about editing after the fact. And he said, because the no-fly zones, for me to rebuild them, I have to totally rebuild them. I can't just move parts of them. You speak up, please.
I think it would have been really cool if you had set a large screen TV up and put your phone and mirror your phone to the TV and showed everyone.
I think we wish we had the money for something like that. I think we all wish we had the money just to especially during that last fight for everybody when I got on camera. I mean, honestly, that was the most fun I've had here. Because I'm like, oh my God, you're right. How did you just turn now? You were right there.
That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the usability of the app. And like, yes, like I can go and I can show her and I can show him and I can show him and I can show him. But if you got in front of everybody with a phone onto the TV and you're watching go through it and you have a list of all the stuff that is pretty important.
Well,
to have.
I asked you guys if you had any questions. And I would have seriously gone over.
I didn't, like you just brought up waypoints. I didn't know I could set waypoints up on my own.
Yeah. Problem is you don't know what you do.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do this.
So when I asked no questions, and then I spent a whole day playing with it until I learned it.
I'll play.
Yeah, but I had issues with it recording my flights. I've always had issues with it recording my flights. I told anyone I met, I said, I do not know where you're at. loading my flights.
James, are you saying a briefing on how the app works before the
Yes,
test?
like if a decent amount of the tournament is gonna be governed by this app, like just a quick tutorial about like what are the main high points that you need to know that this app does, and then we can all figure out how to do those things, but you can say, you need to know that it does this, it does this, it does this, like, what it wants, try to
So-
figure it out.
Possibly then you can maybe create a video tutorial so it's standardized across different events, right?
Yeah, or
And
just a
display.
quick, like, quick.
How to set your settings both on iPhone and an Android, because that's another issue. I can't, some of the things on iPhones are different than on the Android, and I have an Android.
I mean, I know that I was having a week with Athletic Wells to go over this thing, and use it several times. We answered a lot of questions. And yeah, I didn't know which questions to ask, which questions. So.
I agree, a free briefing, like in person, honestly. A video is great, but
Starting point.
you can't ask a question to a video, right? And so having like an in-person, pre-competition briefing, hey, we're gonna meet for an hour and show you how to use your gaggle at the most basic level. You can edit it and fart around with it as much as you want to try and customize it, but this is how it's gonna work for the comp. Because I think that there were some people that didn't quite understand all of how they needed to get the track working on the one that they were flying before the competition even started. If I had encountered that issue, I would feel a lot of frustration, personally.
Like I know how to use Gaggle, I use it before, but I use it only to track flights. So the whole waypoint, especially in the treasure hunt, I was completely lost. Like I didn't know, like even prior to the competition, I know that these guys were doing like the treasure hunt in Lake Wales, but I didn't understand like that when you had to like study it, you click on it, it showed you what you were looking for. I had no clue. I thought we were just going, and there was like, I guess I thought that there was gonna be like a Paramotor STOL sign or something, and we just had to take a picture of it. I had no idea what I was looking for.
That was my design.
Right.
So, with only thing that was hidden was the hidden treasure.
Right, I didn't
That's
know
the
that.
only, every other thing had a description on the bubble.
I had no idea.
But you had to click the bubble,
Right.
right?
So I
Right,
didn't
and
know
if we
that.
had had a briefing, you would
We
Right.
couldn't do that
Until-
when you're flying.
It was actually a question that was asked and answered in one of the briefings. I said, it's on there. They're all listed.
But only in the previews, you can't do it while you're flying.
Right.
Yeah, but I think,
And you can't.
well, I think that's good, because that forces you to do planning.
right.
That's
rather
right.
than taking-
And some of the reason why I didn't explain a lot was because this is a cheat. Your planning was to learn how to use Gaggle. Your planning was to learn what the course was. Your planning was to learn what the points were. It was all listed in your phones because this is a cheat. I asked no questions and figured out how to use it. I'm hurt. I don't even use Gaggle. I think I have like 12 flights total, and 7 of them were in my car.
I've never seen this.
I got a call from Penny. Are you driving around your town? I said, yes. Because I had all the tracks on the street. I said, yes. I'm looking for the limits. I'm testing the limits of your app, which I think he felt a little like, oh my God, somebody's trying to find edges. Yeah, I was, because I wanted to know how hard I could make it, because I think this is simple. Because when I was on, when I'm on track on the map board, I'm pretty good. That's simple too, when you recognize the map and the objects on the ground you're following. I'm pretty good. I get lost because I can't keep on my very good map. But like this, hey, I'm like, I had to make it difficult for you guys to learn the app. But these are also things that Penny may make in the future easier for everybody. Because I'm sending them this information, I'm just gonna send them this already. It's already